find out over the next couple of hours. But the most important thing is the win, regardless. Whoever wins accumulates another win. And getting to the World Cup is all about getting wins, as many wins as possible in each round, because every game counts. All the wins taken from the first round go into the second round as well.
E ora presentiamo la nazionale italiana.
So when they met on November 30th in Lithuania, Italy won that game by just 1 point, 82-81. And of course, Lithuania were coming off that incredible win at Great Britain, where they came from behind right at the end and won. Ignas Sargunis making 3 late threes to beat the Brits, and of course that also played a part in Great Britain missing out on qualifying for the second round, because that loss coupled with today's loss has kept them from advancing. So I know that they're probably bouncing off the walls in Reykjavik and Iceland right now, knowing that they're going to have some more basketball coming to Iceland. And Iceland will be a dangerous team. Italy will tell you, because they're so far the only team to have beaten Italy in these qualifiers. Italy also avenged their earlier defeat to Iceland by going up to Iceland in the first game this window and winning that one. The teams, Lithuania and Italy, are on the court, and that means now it's time for the national anthems.
Ed ora tutti in piedi per l'inno nazionale italiano, eseguito da Mara Sattei.
So the national anthems have been played. Now It's the final warm-ups. And we'll see who comes out on top. But again, it was a 1-point win for Italy before, but I think this is a stronger Lithuania team. Antonio Conde, the crew chief tonight from Spain, Valentin Oliot from France on the left, and Elvis Benders-Koders from Latvia on the right. Those are the three referees. So for Lithuania, they're going to start tonight with Margaritas Normantas, Azuolas Tubelis, Matas Buzelis, Jonas Valanciunas, and Kasparas Yakutionis, with Blazovic, Velichka, Starolas, Ratsavicius, and everybody else coming off the bench for that man right there. You've seen a lot of basketball games, coached a lot, played a lot. Rimas Kurtinitis, former national team star, played in that Lithuania team that won the bronze medal at the '92 Olympics. Nico Mannion, Leonardo Candy, Stefano Tonut, Amadeo Tessitore, and Francesco Ferrari in the starting five for Italy. Ricci, Spagnolo, Procida, Baldasso, all coming off the bench for Coach Marco Raimondino, who's filling in for Luca Banchi, who's not with the team in this window for family matters. And he would have been thrilled to see Raimondino lead Italy to the win the other night at Iceland. I don't think anybody thought that it was going to be as decisive as it was, but it was. It was decisive on their home court. And there was some nastiness in that game. I mean, you could see that Italy were really fired up after falling to Iceland in the first game. Buzelis making his long-awaited debut in this window for Lithuania, of course, plays for the Chicago Bulls. And Yakutionis with Miami. And of course, Jonas Valanciunas, an established NBA veteran. But Buzelis and Yakutionis sure did impress the other night, just like Valanciunas. And they're a different team with that trio involved. So new era, I guess, officially underway for Lithuania. So Mayo Sacchetti there, the former Italy coach, who coached before Gianmarco Pozzecco. Mayo Sacchetti was also a national team player, but I think most importantly for him was he led Italy to that great FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament triumph in Belgrade and got them to the Tokyo Olympics, where they made it to the quarterfinals. So he will always be fondly remembered. As we look at these Italy players, none of them let the team down at Iceland. They were locked in, well prepared, played together as a team, played hard, played fair, and Amadeo Tessitore was one of them, the big center. But his, even though they were going up against Trygve Heleniusson the other night, who's a giant and has dominated Italy, in fact, in the past, it's a different test tonight going up against Valanciunas. Valanciunas is on his game. Look out. Don't forget, these two teams Italy thought they were going to play Lithuania at the World Cup last time, but then Lithuania upset the USA, and Lithuania ended up being upset by Serbia, and the USA beat Italy. So and that was in the quarterfinals. Well, hello everybody. We're underway in Italy against Lithuania here in the European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And the Azzurri wearing the blue. Azzurri means blue in Italian. And Nico Mannion drives in. Tessitore gets the rebound, puts it up and in. And if he's had a disadvantage going up against Valanciunas tonight, we certainly didn't see it on that occasion. Here's Tubelis. And just as happened against Great Britain, Tubelis getting involved early, and this will be a very tough game for Francesco Ferrari, the former under-20 Eurobasket MVP for Italy. Here's Tubelis, plays for Žalgiris Kaunas. Ferrari actually plays for Virtus Bologna, so he's extremely familiar with this court, as is Baldasso, who will come off the bench. And both free throws good for Tubelis. Calling it close there. Jakučionis whistled for the foul in the backcourt. Stefano Tonut goes in and scores. Nice turn and score. And again, Tubelis just went right to town on Ferrari there. Here's Tonut again. Tonut been with his national team since the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in 2016. Look at the move from Tessitore. He misses, but Ferrari had a tap-in attempt that didn't go down. And I have to say, watching Ferrari right now, it's just a reminder of how he's kind of looks like he's bulked up a little bit, put on a little bit of weight, a little bit of muscle. Going back since last year, in fact. So the youngster not getting the respect. Valanciunas gets to the free throw line. Valanciunas had the double-double the other night, which is not surprising as he makes the first. And as always, we've got some Lithuania fans in the house, wherever they play. Valanciunas takes his time and makes that one as well. Valanciunas, the captain of Lithuania, been in this national team going back to 2011. That Eurobasket, which was hosted by Lithuania. Nico Mannion, nowhere to go. Tonut puts up a difficult shot. Great defense out on the perimeter by Buzelis. Good team defense. Here's Valanciunas. An offensive rebound from Tubelis. Boy, he is a first quarter scorer, isn't he? Six points for Tubelis already. Now Buzelis tripped up by Tessitore. Tomas Pachesis and Remus Kurtnaitis, the brain trust over there on the bench. So Tessitore is a little agitated. Gianpaolo Ricci checks into the game. Jakučionis dumps it off. Valanciunas misses. Here's Tonut. Now Richie, turnaround. Buzelis quickly in the transition, lays it up and in. He takes those long strides. Ferrari left wide open. Three-point shot from the wing. Normantas. Sinks it. Celebrates. And Buzelis, the more you watch him, the more you like him. Finding that comfort level. Very, very good in the open floor. Let's go down to the bench.
Ragazzi, ascoltate. Bisogna ricevere e attaccare il pick. Se siamo passivi sul primo, alla fine cambiano, ci menano e non entriamo in area. Ok? Dal primo pick aggressivo. E se la prendono profonda in post non possiamo far nulla. Girargli attorno e anticipare. E poi i rimbalzi, Francesco, Pippo, torna i rimbalzi. In attacco giochiamo pollice lato voi due. Ok, andiamo ragazzi, forza! Andiamo. Attacchiamo, siamo i primi a darli! Forza!
You go back to that first meeting, and obviously a different roster for Lithuania with Buzelis and Jakučionis, and also in this team is Valanciunas. So it goes without saying, this is a fortified roster. But it was Italy that had the great start. Now it's Lithuania. Tubelis, and he's playing at a high level. He's really playing well. Three-point shot, much greatly appreciated from Ferrari. In fact, I say it was Lithuania. In fact, it was Lithuania that had the great start. Here's Tubelis. It was Italy that won the game. And another bucket for Tubelis, who just seems almost unstoppable in the first quarter against GB and now against Italy. Yeah, Lithuania did lead by as many as 8 points in the first half of the first game. And Italy took the lead in the fourth quarter. Tubelis makes it. Well, we can only be impressed with Azuolas Tubelis. How about the dunk from Spaniolo? Interesting that Spaniolo brings the athleticism. Quick response from Normantas. And Lithuania are just going after the Italians. So Normantas is going to sit down after fouling Mannion. For Spaniolo is, he and Procida obviously used to be at Alba Berlin together. Now he is Spaniolo's at Baskonia. Procida is at Real Madrid, which just kind of illustrates their quality, and they've only gotten better. Mannion, oh, fouled while shooting the three. That's a mistake by Buzelis. He says he wants to look at it, but I guess he thinks that if Mannion kind of initiated contact by sticking his rear end into him or jumped into him, but they're not going to review a foul. They can only review to upgrade. But I think by doing that, he's basically telling the referees that the reason why there was contact was because Mannion jumped into him to the side. So Nico Mannion, who was a big part of that Italy team that was coached by Mayo Sacchetti, who won that FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Belgrade, seems to be back to his best. Had some injuries. Back to an 8-point deficit. Here's Valanciunas traveling. Good job, Tessitore. I didn't see the travel, but it looked slightly awkward for some reason. Maybe because there was contact as well. Here's Mannion, pulls up. Nico Mannion. And Italy are right back in it. Jakučionis, look at the energy. And this time not able to finish. Mannion pulls up from deep. That would have brought the house down had it gone down onto Bellis. Great effort by Mannion. He goes out. Baldasso comes in. Zella's frustrated still that they called that foul, but he's got to move on from it. Doesn't matter. It's happened. Here's Valanciunas. Valanciunas taking some contact by Richie. May have been fouled as well by Tessitore. Raimondino was like, hey, they called travel last time. Let's go for that one again. Referee was not biting. So here's Valanciunas. Makes the first. Ignas Sargunas has checked into the game, number 43, won the Basketball Champions League this season with Rytas Vilnius. Moving on to Fenerbahce for next season. Spaniolo dancing around to Richie. Nice handoff, Richie to Tessitore. Tessitore didn't look comfortable taking that shot, like he was getting up too quickly. And Tonut whistled for the foul, and maybe a little bit unlucky there to get that foul called. He got a lot of ball, and contact that time happened, I think, because of Tubelis. Tubelis is smart. Here's Procida. Look out. Well, there hasn't been a game, certainly, that I've watched Gabriele Procida play when he hasn't wowed me. And there's usually been about 4 or 5 wows. So let's see what he does tonight. Tubelis from Vilnius. I think he probably didn't make a lot of Vilnius fans happy when he joined Žalgiris Kaunas. Misses the second one. Nice shot. Baldasso picks right up where he left off against Great Britain. Yakutionis. Spaniolo to the corner again. Here's Procida. Look at him glide. Gets it back outside. And Testatori misses from deep. Now the three-point shot. Not there for Radsavicius. And back to Spaniolo. Radsavicius was a teammate last year after he left Ritas to go to Baskonia. Look at Spaniolo. Spaniolo, I said it once, but it has to be repeated. He and Procha are just dynamic. I mean, that is finishing with the left hand off the glass. He is skilled, just like this guy. This guy is in a rich vein of form, Baldasso.
Nereikia, šito mums nereikia, mes turim, žiūrėk, jie turi 5 baudas, mes duodam į vidų. Jo, žiūrėk, ei, agresyvus pradėjimas, jeigu mes darom agresyviai, jie turi bonusuose, mes turime baudas. Žiūrėk, Ignai, gynyboj tu labai maudų, tu į kūną žiūrėk, tu nelakstyk su juo, jeigu jis tai daro. Žiūrėk į tą kūną ir pabandyk atspėt, ne? Labai reaguoji judesi. Važiuojam pirmin, flešapas.
I certainly think Lithuania could be a sleeper to do something at the World Cup. And I think that the way Tubelis is playing right now, and if Buzelis and Yakutionis can continue to make strides, and Valanciunas stays healthy, that is a serious foursome right there for the Olympics. And then you have everybody else playing that Jonas Mačiulis brand of style Lithuanian basketball, where you're diving all over the court for loose balls and rebounds, playing fast. Magic may be coming back for the Lithuanians. And remember, they did win against the USA in 2023. Sargunius misses. Kele with the rebound. Emejeru also in the game. Baldasso fouled by Tubelis. So Tubelis is going to sit down for the first time. Or is it the second time, excuse me. No, it is the first time. Still in the first quarter. Moving screen. Yeah. Especially the young guys. Takes a little bit longer to make sure they set those screens in time. Normantas. That's shaking and baking. Tarolas. And the bucket is good from Radzavicius. Good work from Tarolas. Another bucket for the Azzurri, and it's Baldasso. He had 16 points against Iceland in Iceland the other night. They weren't able to put the big freeze on him. 3-point shot. A couple of misses for Tarolas. Well, slowly but surely, Italy coming back. Here's Spaniolo. Look at the ball handling. Oh my goodness. If that's not the best play of the game, I don't know what is. He made it look so easy. And for the second time, driving to his left with his left hand. Absolute majestic. Final seconds ticking off the clock in this first quarter. Normantas, great defense and good follow by Tarolas. So there's a free agent. Tarolas misses the first. Oh boy, misses that one badly, but Radzavicius alertly there, but then misses with the putback. Tarolas had been with Neptune and Sklepida. Well, look out, folks. Lithuania started fast, and Italy finished the first quarter fast. It's Lithuania leading at 25-22. Each team with just 1 3 so far. Very similar stats inside the arc. The big difference is that Lithuania have gotten to the free throw line and made a bunch of free throws. 5 more free throws made than Italy. Why don't we look at some highlights from that first quarter? Stefano Tonut scoring here with the drive. Great spin to Velas. Nice shooting. Normantas was the guy that had the huge game against the USA in 2023 at the World Cup. This was Francesco Ferrari when Italy were really struggling and looking for some inspiration. And then the introduction of Spaniolo led to plays like that. He's scored 3 times driving to the basket. Scan in the QR code to access and log in to Courtside 1891. To watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Radzakis took him a while to get into the game the other night. Now he's going to come in. Solid pro. Bounds it to Normantas. Over the shoulder pass. Oh, almost a turnover. Good job not turning it over. Blažević in the game. And the low post. Here's Sargunas. Goes in for the two-handed flush. Now Spaniolo. Still waiting for Procida to make his mark on this game. He was held up there by Brazdeikis. Which just goes to show you, they know what he can do. They don't want to give him any space at all with the basketball. Here's Spaniolo, and great play almost by Sargunas rather. And this time, Spaniolo loses control of the ball. Lithuania is saying it should be their ball. It was a good reach by Blažević. Baldasso. Wrapping him up. Bounce pass. Emejeru turns. And the East Carolina big man runs back down the court. Brazdeikis. Oh, lost it. Gets it back. Shot clock to 10. Normantis again. Got the shot up quickly because of Emejeru. That affected the shot. Now Normantis trying to guard Emejeru. Normantis with the foul up top. So Radzavic has got that previous foul on Baldasso. And now Normantis, Tubelis, Yakachionis back in the game, number 32. Spaniolo puts it up. The wraparound was the right idea, but Valanciunas, I'm not sure, was ready for it. No, he was. It was just a little too far out of his reach. So Nico Mannion can't help but make plays for this Italy team, back in the game and already at the free throw line. Just makes one of two. Oh, great play, great steal by Baldasso, the Virtus man. Look at this, gives it to Mannion. Baldasso has just been playing what seems to me his best basketball for Italy. Just relentless. And then Mannion benefits, goes down for the dunk. Let's go down to the bench and listen to Rimas Kurtinaitis.
Apiplėštum tu, tą atstumą, tu ten bėgi ir visą laiką tos ribos. Davai, paspauskit, žiūrėk, paspauskit žemyn, bet jau kai manoma, tu turi priimti čia kamuolį. Mes kitaip nepadarysim kombinacijų. Viskas svarbu, tik ne mes gimėmės, jo. Dabar pažiūrėkit, mums reikia aktyvumo, bet mes bonusą, mes negalim baudos viduj. Biškiai atsitraukiam atstumą, Negalim suklysti vidury aikštelės, ne. Važiuojant bent į viršų, čia. Razo, išlauk, baig biškį čia, kad Jonas galėtų pasakyti. Aš pabandyk krinti ir čia paduosi. Jei ne, sužaisim arba į vieną pusę, arba į kitą.
Давай. Месуш!
Fans will also know Nico Mannion because he played for Virtus from 2021 to 2023. Now with Milano after a spell at Basconia and Varese. So that was the measure fouling Valanciunas. Jonas over to Radzavicius, down low to Big Jonas. Well, Mesru a lot younger, but that was a pretty good indicator of his potential right there defensively. Mannion. Great move, just couldn't finish it. Also not allowing Sargunas anything. He was trying to go back door. Jonas dribbles it off his foot. Great defense. That battle won by Procida. Used to be the coach at Tortona. Did a great job there. Pass inside. Oh, are you kidding me? Mesru now showing us what he's got offensively. Gazdakis goes in. It's a real struggle for Lithuania right now. Baldasso, Italy can take the lead. Mesru was asking for it. Maybe they should give it to him. He's being guarded by Normantas. Now they're just sagging. Mannion gets it up. And the ball bounces. Oh boy, that was Savage just trying to get something in transition. Throws it over his teammate's head and out of bounds. Boy, look at that. When in doubt, just go up and dunk it. Mannion for three. That's it. And Italy are in front. For the first time. Normantas. Boy, what a contrast to the start of the game right now. Ball goes off of Mesru's hands and out of bounds. So Mesru goes out. Finally, the rock stops as Jonas knocks down a three to tie it. Baldasso misses, and suddenly you feel the momentum change. Tubelis, open floor, and he's going to the line. I think it's pretty obvious that Lithuania are better when Tubelis is in the game and playing well. Now he could be in the game, not play well, doesn't matter, but they seem to be in the ascendancy when he's getting a lot of touches and a lot of shots. And Procida misses. Still waiting for that wow, that first wow from him. Is Buzelis talking to Procida? Oh. Tubelis is doing a good job here, telling Buzelis to focus on the basketball. He doesn't want to wind up Procida. Clearly, Procida is playing some physical defense. Mannion. Testatori missing the easy one, and now it feels like Lithuania have recaptured. But just as I say that, Testatori reaches in and knocks it away. Here's Mannion. Tonut flies in. Here's Procida to the corner. And Akele missing that one. It's going to stay at this end. I like that play by Procida. He comes into the lane. He could have gone up for the shot, but instead he passes it to the open Akele. I'm just curious if Procida and Buzelis have a history, because Buzelis didn't play for the youth teams, but they both play a lot of basketball. Arnas Velichka, one of the Eurobasket heroes. Played well at the Eurobasket. Coming into the game, called for a hold there on Tonut. Tonut breaks the first free throw. Mate Jogila comes into the game, number 23. Oh, lost it as he brought the ball up the floor. Oh, What an extraordinary attempt by Procida to get the ball up after the foul. That's not what you want to do right when you check into the game, turn it over. Look at this. He gets fouled and has the wherewithal to shoot it. And to be honest, he gave that ball a chance to go in. And here he is. I mean, just a gamer. So Procida's first 2 points come at the free throw line. Jonas goes out, and Italy back on top. Nice pass, Jorgula into the corner to Bellis. Mannion working hard out there. Tonu rattles it in, and there was a foul as well. So an off the ball foul. It was Valanciunas called for a foul on Tessitore. He does make one of two. Sure what the foul was. Nice little turn and shot to Bellis. Three-point shot, follow through is there, but the basket is not. Here's Buzelis, open floor, fouled by Mannion. Yeah, giving him free throws. Was a big play. Gabriele Procida goes out. Baldasso back in the game to close out this first half. That is a handful backcourt right there. Spaniolo, Mannion, Baldasso's out there. Wow. Well, he's the guy for Italy, other than Mannion, that's been the most impressive tonight. Spaniolo. 8 points. Valanciunas. Foul Tessitore, so Tessitore goes out. That's his second foul. Tessitore is the captain of Italy. And Big Jonas goes to the line with a chance to tie it. The measurer grew up in Leicester, England. Spaniolo looking to weave his magic, either he or Mannion. Tubelis guarding Spaniolo. Spaniolo, that might be favorable. Now it's Mannion. What a play! Mannion with the drive, the dish to the big fella, Emezuru. I think Emezuru, if they get to the World Cup, he's going to be on that team. He just looks like a beast. Quality center. No good for Sargunas. Italy with a chance to go to halftime with their biggest lead. They've led by 4. If they get one here, it could be 5 or 6. Mannion from deep. Instead, it's Sargunas. And you know he doesn't need much. Oh, he turns it over. And then it looked like they didn't get the timing right on that last shot. They had more time than they realized. Look at this dunk and flush. A couple of impressive dunks by Emezuru tonight. I think the other one was even more impressive. We're at halftime. Italy trailed early, but now lead 40-37 over Lithuania. Four more makes for Italy inside the arc. Both teams cold from three-point range. Lithuania with more success at the line. Lithuania doesn't feel like they've been that dominant in the rebounding department, but they do have a sizable advantage there. Tubelis again, after a strong first quarter, has 16 points to lead all scorers. Mannion, Spaniolo leading the way for Italy. Well, this was an impressive dunk from Sargunas in the second quarter. That was Spaniolo taking it right away from Sargunas and getting it to Mannion. Then Baldasso, and that was impressive. If you look at where he takes off for that dunk, outside the semicircle. Yakachionis. That's his only 3 points, in fact, Yakachionis. Bellis going to work as always. So again, we're at halftime. Italy lead at 40-37 over Lithuania.
La Federazione Italiana Pallacanestro desidera celebrare alcuni dei commissari tecnici che hanno
for the N1 opportunity.
You ain't never seen nothing like this.
Pass inside and a two-hander. Tanaskovic.
USR directing traffic, fizzes it in! What a feed, and what a finish, and what a performance! Look at this pass.
Bounce pass, how about that? And Procida announcing himself to be the high flyer in this game.
Here's a steal, 2-on-1, throws it up for Mario Hezonja. And they just keep adding highlight to highlight. Mario goes up, slabs it in, timeout Cyprus.
And gets swatted out of bounds by Kamwa. Great reaction by Kamwa. How about this? Goodness me, inbounds alley-oop.
Şengün behind the back, what a pass! Him and Kortmax combining there. That is a point center, quite incredible vision from Alperen Şengün.
Mitru Long, stop and go action. Will pull the big man out. A good move, and the rejection.
Nice bounce paddle. No, it was stolen. Kamwa did. Oh, how about the throwdown from Gollum, and then a little bit of a stare.
Spain have numbers here in transition. There's the alley-oop and buenas noches. Showtime Spanish transition. Well, here was the turnover. Boston Celtics finest. Representation from Spain, Hugo Gonzalez.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
I'll go attacks the closeout, feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Commissario tecnico.
Azuolas Tubelis leading the way with 16 points for Lithuania in the first half. Five of 6 inside the arc, 5 of 7 overall. He's also 6 of 7 at the line. Nico Mannion, meanwhile, has been working his magic. He has 11 points to lead Italy.
Signore e signori, Sandro Gamba! A tutti loro va il grazie della Federazione Italiana Pallacanestro, i giocatori che hanno
Legendary coach Sandro Gamba introduced to the crowd there. You can see him off in the distance.
che da 100 anni sostengono con orgoglio la maglia azzurra. Un grandissimo applauso.
So much for this country. Also, the club led the team to the silver medal at the Olympics in 1980. Team that Meo Sacchetti played for. Of course, his team also won gold, the title at the 1983 Eurobasket in France. And in 1991, quite a famous Eurobasket, you might remember, in Italy. They made it to the final, finished runners-up, and also finished third 2 years after they won the title in 1985. So it's always great for countries to recognize those great contributors, those great leaders, those great personalities that meant so much for the development of basketball, to the pride of the country. And you know, there's a lot of guys like that in Italy's program, and Sandro Gamba is definitely right at the top. He's amazing. Amazing career. Now 94 years of age. Well, so much hype about Kasparas Giacotionis and also Matas Buzelis. You just saw both of them coming out. You know, both of them, Buzelis already an NBA star, and Giacotionis knocking on the door of stardom over there as well. But it's a lot of the workhorses over in Europe, the likes of Tubelis, that are really helping make this team go. And then you have to look at Italy, and they've got really for my money, just as much promise with the likes of Spaniolo and Procida, both of those guys. We've seen Spaniolo go to work tonight with 8 points. And then we have to talk about Emejeru. I mean, what a get it is for Italy to have him in their squad. Big, strong, good defense, and able to, just provide that combative force in the paint on both ends of the court. And the possibilities are there with Lithuania also potentially having Domas Sabonis come back and play. You like it when they do play, but obviously when they don't play, you miss them. So scan the QR code to get the FIBA World Cup Qualifiers app in your smartphone for results, fixtures, news, videos. I think I saw Achille Pollinari here as well. See if the camera finds him again. Of course, he's retired from the national team. Dealing with some health issues, obviously, with his diagnosis of myeloid leukemia. Very emotional Eurobasket 2025 without him. They talked about him, and Pollinari was every bit as important as Mannion and Simone Fontecchio for that Italy team that qualified for the Olympics in Tokyo and played in Tokyo. Second half underway. Italy with a 40-37 lead. And what you have to remember, is teams need to get as many wins as possible in the first round because they're all going to carry over into the second round. That's why these two teams are playing so hard, and Nico Mannion now has 14 points. Truly looks to be back at his best. Oh, Valanciunas. Thought they might blow the whistle. Good job, Buzelis flying in to get the rebound. Jonas goes in, misses with the left hand. Ball goes out of bounds. 43-37. So you can see Lithuania led by as many as 11, but now Italy are up by 6. Normantas puts up a 3 and misses everything. Well, I may have spoken too soon about Lithuania earlier in the first half. I mean, maybe Italy have more potential to be a sleeper. Good job, Normantas. Well, I thought he was going to bat it to himself so he could go in, but Mannion hustled back. Look at how quick Mannion gets down the court, and then he's fouled. Is there anything this man can't do or isn't doing? Think about it. You're a floor general. You're calling, you know, you got to lead the troops. Oh. Remendino wanted him to dunk it. Everything, it seems, is clicking for Mannion. So you have to look at that lineup, and I mean, it's, you don't know who's gonna be available this time next year. Hopefully everybody's healthy, and then it's some really tough choices for the coach, for Coach Luca Bonchi. But Mannion's basically sending a message out this window that he wants to be on the plane to the World Cup if Italy qualify. It's an 8-point deficit, and this is not going well for Lithuania right now. They look so good, so ready, so focused at the start of this game, but right now they are distinctly second best. The team that is causing the stir is wearing blue. Tonut inside. Tessitore goes up for the dunk. Free throw is good. Cut the deficit back to 8. Stop for Lithuania, so they're going to get another chance to get a little bit closer. And another whistle, another foul. Jonas. Jonas makes the free throw. Brasdeikis. Once again, Buzelis getting into it. Who's he getting into it with this time? Tonut. He seems to be rubbing everybody the wrong way, and then Buzelis is giving it to everybody. Raymondino is calling for a technical. So the technical sends Mannion to the line, and he makes it. And he goes and going over the dunk. How about Spaniolo really bringing the hops tonight? Big bad Jonas Valanciunas takes it in, and if they could somehow just jump on his back for a few possessions. Spaniolo, and it goes off of Amejeru and out of bounds. Boy, I mean, he's unlucky they didn't call a foul as well, but Spaniolo has just been sensational. Just like this guy. Mannion misses the long one. That goes off of Valanciunas. No, it goes off of Italy. Valanciunas, triple team, wide open to Bellis. That's got to be frustrating for Kurt Nidus because Tubelis, nobody near him. And a player of his quality, you need him to make that shot. Here's Mannion again, pulls up, short, strangely. Been so good, you wouldn't expect him to miss it that badly. There's Tubelis again. Oh, nice bounce pass to Jonas Valanciunas. Well, if you got him, you may as well use him. And no matter how much potential Amejeru has, he's not as good as Jonas Valanciunas right now. And it goes, what a pass. Akele with the bucket. Spaniolo with the assist. I think Spaniolo is going to be playing across the pond sooner rather than later. Talking about the NBA. Here is the pass to the corner to Bellis. Tonu, Italy cooling off a little. Pass up the floor. Radzavicius. There's a dunk. Spaniolo was a second-round draft pick 4 years ago by Minnesota. Maybe Chris Finch will bring him over. Chris Finch appreciates all things European, having launched his coaching career in Europe, in England, and then Belgium. Now with Minnesota, one of the top coaches in the league. Savage just makes both free throws. Spaniolo again. Gets it down low. Nice dump to Mejeru. Knocked out of bounds. And maybe there, and Mejeru needs to pass it right back out. But he's so big. And maybe because Valanciunas isn't in there, he feels like he's got a better chance, even if he's double teamed. Procida comes in, feels like he's got some unfinished business from the first half. Three-point shot, no good. Mejeru with the rebound. He's fouled with the putback attempt by Blažević. Well, you never need any extra incentive to play for the national team. You're already fired up wanting to go out and really give your best. But you can see how the likes of Mejeru and Spaniolo especially want to come out and get it done, considering who they're competing against. Valanciunas for Mejeru, and obviously Spaniolo has been going up against Jonas and Buzelis. That one rims out. Arnas Velicka. Maybe there'll be an unsung hero for Lithuania to step up. Brasdeikis, relatively quiet. Great rim protection by Mejeru. Here's Spaniolo again, fouled by Brasdeikis. Spaniolo is just doing so many good things. And now the ball Dasso is in as well. That causes real problems for Italy, as well as Procida. I think Raymondino must be rubbing his hands in glee that he has a chance to coach this team, because this Italy team is exciting. But free throw's good. Let's don't forget Luigi Swigo, who played in that first game against Lithuania. He's a prime talent. Velicka missing. Played with Mega Super Basket. 2.16 meters in height, 7 feet 1 inches, but he's not here tonight. So the referees want to review something here with 2:42. In fact, as the coach, Italy are challenging this call. They're looking to see who should get this ball. By the way, speaking of Luigi Swigo, he's going to play for Villanova. So he's amongst the youngsters. He's 19. He's going to go play college basketball. So I would assume he's already in Philadelphia. Get ready for his freshman year. Who does it go off of here? Italy, and then Blažević, Ricci. So they have to be clear. It has to be obvious if they're going to overturn it. I think Raymondino's got him laughing over there on the bench. Not sure what he said. So Lithuania maintained possession. Failed challenge. Sargunas from deep. Nobody rebounds it for Italy, and another chance for Lithuania. Velichka gets it back to Blažević. Brasdekas, that's the man that we know. Big shot for Ignas Brasdekas. Baldasso cools off a little bit, misses that one. I would think with this unit that Italy would have an advantage, but it looks like Lithuania are playing better suddenly. Brasdekas again. That's Savicius. Brasdekas, Sargunas. Got it! Well, that's why number 43 is so coveted. That's why Saras Jasikavic just wanted him to come to Fenerbahce. He wants to work with that young man. And the foul. It's Blažević. Well, oh, I see that. Ricci. Blažević was saying that he was flopping. So Spagnola was fouled. Makes the first. There has to be that little bit of extra incentive to him to come out and want to play tonight, considering Yakachionis is here as well as Buzelis. Because of the three, Spagnola's been the best player. Out of all the young guys, all the prospects, whoever tonight, he has been outstanding. That doesn't mean that he's going to be like that in every game they play, but he sure has been tonight. There's Brasdekas. Look at him fight for the basketball. Velichka gets it back. Oh, look at the pass. Oh, great coverage, Emejeru. And then on the putback by Radzavicius, Emejeru fouls. Brasdekas frustrated because he thought he was fouled. I didn't see any foul from Emejeru. And what country are they pulling for? I can't decide. Savicius, a chance to tie it. That's got to be frustrating for Emejeru because he gets the great rim protection, but they don't get the rebound. Then he ends up fouling a guy for potential three-point play. That's the way it goes sometimes. Here he is. Rytas Vilnius have brought him back. I know they're happy about that. To be honest, I never felt right when he left to go to Baskonia, and unfortunately for him, he missed out on the Basketball Champions League triumph. Oh, Baldasso. Emejeru again. Emejeru! Can anybody box this man out? Look at him. just so big and strong. And Valanciunas, I think, obviously is a better matchup against him. And it's a tough ask for Blažević to do anything with him. He doesn't make the free throw, but Mejru is just like in bright, flashing lights. I am one of the next stars in European basketball. Great play, Brazdeikis. Akele, nowhere to go, gets to the Mannion. 30-second violation. Well, Greece did not have a good window, that's for sure. Falling to Portugal today after falling to Romania. We got a timeout, 4.9 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Tiktai čia padarai. Ąžuolai, negauk tiktai baudos. Čia atvarysi, va čia atsistok. Dar metrą prieš, kad negautų puolime baudos. Dabar žiūrėk, pasiėmė Sargiūnai, pasiėmė kamuolį. Išsimeta, pasiėmė, eina viso gazo. Mes turim 4 sekundės 5. Labai daug, jūs perbėgate aikštelę per 3. Paim, Ąžuoliukai, nueini, grįžti ir sustok. Jeigu bus, jie užklaus baudos, keis tą ir muš per vidų. Čia stovim gale vienas, kuris įmesi. Stovim plačiai. Gal Sargiūnas praeisi per vidurį į kitą pusę, ne? Žiūrėk. Ignai, aš noriu, kad tu muštum per tą pusę. Bet jeigu tas užsibautuos, nes jie tai padarys. Crossoveris muš per vidurį, mes čia stovėsim. Turėsi gal, noriu, kad užbaigė. Mes už!
Tell you what, it is so difficult to make it to the World Cup, and Greece today losing, so they lost both games in this window, and they could be making a rod for their own backs because they're going to have some work cut out for them to qualify. That's the final seconds, and he gets it up and in. Great play right at the end by Sargiūnas. Just as they drew it up, and the momentum, again, swinging back to the Lithuanians. Baldasso did not want to foul. Procida went up for the block, couldn't get there. And Sargiūnas, one of the faster guys, gives Lithuania a 61-59 lead at the end of 3. Well, very interesting as you look at those shooting numbers. Very even game. There's Mannion. He's done a lot of damage. 17 points, leading Italy tonight. 14 for Spaniolo. Tessitore with the dunk. He's got 5. Jukka Jonas driving there, and he's got 6 points. There's Spaniolo. Sure looked to me like he got hit as well. Going for the dunk by Brazdeikis. Brazdeikis finally getting an opportunity. Baldasso missing, but look at Mejru. So Mejru tonight, 7 points, 3 rebounds, Feels like he's been even more impactful than that. Scan in the QR code to access and log in to Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Fourth quarter underway, and Lithuania with the bonus of starting with possession. Nice pass. And Tubelis. Well, they have definitely weathered the storm, Lithuania, because this game was not going well for them in the third quarter. They have turned it around. 18 points for Tubelis. And there is a good answer for Kaylee. Savicius out to the wing. Sargunas gets it up, gets it to go down. Big game, Ignis Sargunas. He now has 10 points. He just loves these qualifiers. Baldasso, now he's back. He had gone quiet, but now he's got 6 points along with his 4 assists. Chance of Lietuva. The Lithuanian fans here certainly think they've got a chance. Brasdeikis, Akele trying to guard him. Brasdeikis, tough shot on the baseline. Procida comes forward. And Ratsavicius with the foul. What I like about Procida is you can do whatever you want to him, and he's not going to react. Look at Sargunas. Mannion out. So Spaniolo back in. Remendino wants Spaniolo in because he's had the hot hand. Baldasso, oh, that's a tough fadeaway. And Measure goes up for the rebound, puts it up, and not able to get it to go down this time. Great D. All the way, Jakob Jonas lays it up and in. And Lithuania, it's as if they've decided we're going to be the best team in the first quarter and the fourth quarter, and we'll let Italy be the best team in the second and the third quarter because it's like night and day. Okay, of course, they started playing better at the end of the third quarter, but Italy got to make some decisions here. First, they got to decide who they want on the court. You could end up with 4 teams in Group B with 3-3 records. And then, look out, it comes down to goal difference. Talking about Portugal, Greece, Montenegro, and Romania. Romania, that was the shock result of the first day of the qualifiers. I think they clearly believe They lost by 5 to Montenegro in their first game, Romania. So if they win tonight, they'd like to win by 6, but a lot of it depends overall on their other results. Spaniolo gets it deep. And getting on the ground for it. Here's Brazdeikis. And it goes alley-oop! Wow! Well, first of all, Brazdeikis has really asserted himself and making plays. And Tubelis has once again become kind of the scorer. And he just seems so accomplished around the rim. Yeah, that's right. Break out the tie-dye and the flashing lights, green glasses. Kele now with 4 fouls. Lithuania up by 7. Now make it 8. Well, if you can't go to a basketball game and have fun, where can you go? You got to dress up like that. Here's Spaniolo. Baldasso. Oh. And foul. They wanted to travel, but they're not going to get it. Jonas with the foul on Spaniolo. Tessitore returns. Tessitore, a little push shot. It's all about Lithuania right now, and it's the Lithuanian cheers and the drums that we're hearing. Brazdeikis for 3. What a difference experience makes. Wasn't as influential, didn't even get in the game until the start of the second quarter. But look who's on the court now making plays. Ignas Brazdeikis. If your first name is Ignas, you're making big plays. Sargunas and Brazdeikis. There's Tubelis with the rebound. Italy scrapping. Spaniolo trying to get it. No, folks, we are not in Lithuania right now. We are in Italy. We're in Bologna. Despite the cheers, the Lithuanians do travel well. Sargunas, high off the glass. It's kind of turned into his own little playground now. He just looks like he's doing anything that he wants to do. The lead is 13. I mean, this is remarkable. Procida from deep. Nice put back. Because it really felt like Italy had control of the game. They weren't able to put them away. Yakachunas inside it goes. Tubelis does not score this time. And with that, we've got a review coming up. Kurt Nidus thinks it should be their ball and not Italy's. Let's see who goes off of, see if we can tell. Tessitore and Tubelis battling for it. I think it's going to be Lithuania ball. Yeah, it should be Lithuania's ball, I would think. I think that's clearly going off of Tessitore's hands, don't you? So, let's see. Yep, Italy ball. I mean, Lithuania ball. Well, Italy would have liked to have won that challenge because they need to get the ball as we come close to winning time. Tough take. And quick reaction by Yakutionis to get it, and then he's fouled. Oh, wow, they've called a technical. Called a technical on the Italy bench. I'm not sure why. Raimondino, why? What looked like an injustice there, unless there was something that was missed. And this is the free throw. Well, I think from Italy's standpoint, getting Mannion back in the game and having Spaniolo out there, that gives them a little bit of hope. Because two explosive, creative players. And Mannion's been resting, so he should be good to go. Tonut as well. Mannion, entry pass to Tessitore. And it's interesting, I mean, Valanciunas hasn't played for some time now. So they could still bring him back. Tubelis loses it. Now a break. Spaniolo quickly. Tonut for three. Go! He's got it. And it's a 10-point game. Don't go anywhere, folks. Plenty of time in this for Italy. Especially when they start to play desperate. And it goes to Bellis. Oh, boy, just so cool, calm, and collected. 23 points. Oh, put him on skates. Mannion. Wow. Jogela, I'm not sure that's a good matchup for him. Excuse me, that was Sargunas. You got to lock down. So back to a 9-point deficit, 3:57 remaining. And it's about, Italy, if they can force some turnovers like we just saw and get down there and score, then they can eat into that deficit quickly. quarter by quarter scoring. So really the only quarter where Italy was better was in that second quarter. But I think they were better for the majority of the third. So here we are, folks. 9-point lead. Lithuania do not want empty possessions. They want points. Tubelis goes down. Gets back up, kept his dribble. And look at that. They get the steal or the turnover. Great work by Procida. If you get the ball without them even attempting a shot, you could definitely come back. But you got to cash in now. Mannion. Procida. Concentration. There he is. A wow moment from Procida. Gabriele. Now it's a 6-point game. And it goes to Bellis. Excellent work. Don't settle for jumpers. Get those high percentage looks. The lead goes back to 8. Mannion back to Procida again. And this time it was not a wowzer moment. Lithuania taking a little bit of time. Brazdakis to the corner. Sargunas off target. Chance to go quickly. Tonut hands it off. There he is! And another wow moment for Procida. Now going behind the back. Entry passes, batted away. The turnovers are giving him a chance, and Procida again. Incredible. And the recipe is simple. Win it with your defense. Give yourself a chance. Get those interceptions. Race down the floor. Use your quickness, your athleticism. Don't let him get it to Tubelis down low. And Procida, who had been relatively quiet offensively, has exploded here in the fourth quarter late. And look who it was. It was Spaniolo who created that turnover. And this is Mannion, where he's just so good getting it to Procida. And Procida, he doesn't hesitate because he knows he's going to make it. And another steal. And Tonut. Goal interference. It's just a 2-point game. It's all about the D for Italy. Tonut, without a doubt, one of the more underrated national team players in Europe for probably a decade, just continues to deliver. Here is Brasdeikis, tough take, and the ball doesn't go down for Dubelis, and Italy can take the lead if they hit a three. How quickly it can change. Mannion falling, and he is fouled. A remarkable game of basketball in Bologna. I think this is all about the personnel on the court for Italy more than anything. They've got Spaniolo, they've got Procida, they've got Mannion, they've got Tonut. You've got four guys that can harry defenders, that can be quick to the spot, force turnovers, and this quickness and athleticism has just been like a lightning bolt. Entry pass. And Tessitore, the one guy that's probably not athletic, ends up missing the shot. Sargunas from deep. And now look at this, the long rebound. And Mannion, and he's fouled by Yakachionis. Well, just the overall heart and intensity of this guy tonight has been off the charts. Mannion, what a tremendous leader. I mean, for my money, in Italy's World Cup team, if they qualify, you must have Mannion. You must have Spaniolo. You must have Procida for this reason, because they can change games. And obviously Tonut for all of his experience. And then you're going to add Fontecchio to the mix. Obviously, they still got to qualify. And Mannion makes the free throw. It's 82 apiece. Wow. If this doesn't get the hairs on your arms up, on the back of your neck, nothing will. This is great stuff in Bologna. Yakachionis, a charge. And that's a good call. Tessitore taking it for the team, and not the first time tonight. .2 seconds remaining. Lithuania have not handled the pressure well. But we also have to say they get involved in these crazy games, whether they're coming from behind themselves or blowing leads. They never do it the easy way, although they did the other night against Great Britain. That was a rarity. Mannion from deep. He's got it. He's a hero, folks. Nico Mannion has just come into the game and said, I've had enough. Let's do this. Look at this. Unbelievable performance by that guy. Mannion with 25 points, 5 assists. Absolute 100% bona fide leader is Nico Mannion. Tremendous. Tessitore goes out. What a workmanlike performance for him. He has been, it's not always pretty, but it is effective. Now they're pressuring Sargunas. Lithuania do not have to go for a three. And a foul before the shot, so Sargunas will go to the line. And what's beautiful about this game, and what it shows you about international basketball, is how crucial the team selection is. Akele has fouled out. But these coaches have really gone deep to their benches. I mean, they've used practically everybody. I think Ricardo Rosato is the only player not to have played tonight for Italy. And Sargunas goes to the line, makes the first. Lithuania faithful. We were hearing Lithuania chants. It just looked like it was going to be their win. And Italy just wrote a different script. 1 point game. Full court pressure. Spaniolo to Tonu. He gets it up to Procida. And now to Mannion. Mannion fouled. Oh, he made it! Are you going to count it? He knew the foul was coming, so he put it up. Oh, that sure looks like that's a foul in the act of shooting for me. Unless it was called, oh no, sorry, it could have been called before he got into the motion. Oh my. I think that's probably a stroke of good fortune from Lithuania. Not saying it's a bad call, but I think just a split second more and he would have had that. Instead, there's pressure. Pressure free throws coming for Nico Mannion. Oh, come on. What's going on now? Nico Mannion must be thinking, you're trying to mess with my head. It's like... Mannion 9 of 10 at the free throw line tonight. Now bear this in mind, if he makes both free throws, might Italy foul and prevent Lithuania from attempting a three? That can be dangerous because you could end up fouling a three-point shooter. Still a lot of time, 20.5 seconds left. And Mannion makes the second. Just where does this rank for him and all of his solid performances for Italy? It has to be right at the top. Sargunas, it was on line but short. They battle. Italy have it. Italy, they get to the middle of the court. Mannion, they play keep away. Tonut, it's going to be Italy. A remarkable win. Led by Nico Mannion, Matteo Spaniolo, and Stefano Tonut.